Welcome to the Digital.ai Agility broadcast, Ascension platform release announced on April 27. In this broadcast, we will deep dive into what's new with Agility Ascension platform release. We will highlight key capabilities and features, followed by a short demonstration. My name is Salim Padani. I'm Solutions Marketing Director at Digital.ai, and joining me today in this broadcast is Terry Densmore, Product Manager for Agility. Terry, welcome to the broadcast.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Salim.
Sure. So let's get started. Digital.ai Agility is a market-leading enterprise agile planning and development platform built from ground up to support agile and lean development at scale. First, the Team Room capability. Team Room is a core feature of Agility. We have added several enhancements to make it easily accessible and user-friendly for teams to track and collaborate on their work items. We have also added new enhancements to delivery insights where teams track of their work items throughout the release process. And we're also excited to highlight that Digital.ai Government Cloud is now officially Fedramp authorized to operate, including our first core capability in terms of enterprise agile planning with Agility, along with our DevOps delivery insights capability. I'll go into a bit more details on these new capabilities now. So, Team Room usability improvements. The new capabilities provide Scrum Masters and product owners additional flexibility in configuring and managing Team Room to improve the overall work efficiency for their teams. You can now easily add and remove panels, create an experience that is tailored to your team's needs without having to leave the Team Room to access that information. You can also easily track and manage sprint progress by adding information panels such as issues, backlog goals, and retrospectives. And now, of course, you could save time by automatically assigning all new work items to the default product owner. Number two, we are also introducing a new tool to help you save time in orchestrating stand-ups for your Scrum teams. The new stand-up tool capability allows you now to randomize who goes first, hopefully makes life easier for everyone. It automatically filters the Team Room storyboard to the selected person, and it also allows easily removal of team members that are not present for the stand-up. Do check out this new capability and please share your feedback. Number three, we have made several new enhancements to delivery insights to improve the work item visibility across the release cycle. You can now create new release progression by adding application and phases to keep track of the related agile stories and feature at each stage of the release cycle. Not only that, but now you can also view work item changes over time with the newly added work item history and commits tabs in the asset details page. And next, we have also made several usability and workflow improvements in the overall user interface for the product. We're introducing a completely new, more intuitive interface for users to navigate the product. The newly laid out planning level selector to quickly navigate to portfolios, roadmap, budgets, and other areas of the product. And we have also improved the overall search functionality across the entire tool. We're also excited to share that we have now a new integration marketplace. We're launching this with this announcement. Now you will be able to easily discover some 80+ integrations across our products, official partners, and community plugins with full details. You'll be able to easily filter categories such as cloud, containers, deployment automation, ITSM, and more. We have also uploaded there how-to guides for deploying apps to AWS or Amazon EKS with an end-to-end docs, videos, and code examples. Do check out the integration marketplace as well. And finally, the Fedramp announcement. As I mentioned earlier, Digital.ai is the first enterprise agile planning tool to achieve Fedramp authorized status. To be clear, we're not just bringing an enterprise agile planning tool to Fedramp, we're also bringing a solution that has been a leader in Gartner Magic Quadrant for more than a decade. And of course, with this approval, any government agency, as well as our commercial customers looking for a secure hosted version of the industry-leading enterprise agile planning solution can now do so without having to go through a long and complex review process, which, by the way, not every CSP can go through. So we are very proud of this accomplishment here at Digital.ai. And you can go and check out the Fedramp Marketplace ATO solutions by visiting fedramp.gov and clicking on the upper right corner where it says Marketplace. And before I transition to Terry for the demo, just to highlight a couple of more improvements that we have made to the product. You can also now easily copy tasks and test from one backlog item to another. You can also quickly convert tasks and tests to stories or defects. And we have made several performance updates to improve overall user experience for agility. So without further ado, I will now hand over to Terry to take you through a short demo of some of the new capabilities we just mentioned. Terry?
Yeah, thank you, Salim. All right, so we are going to start off today for the demo in our team room. And what makes the team room important to agility is the fact that 84 to 86% of our users are at the team level. So we want to constantly bring improvements to this area of our offering to make the day-to-day work of the development teams as easy as we can. Trying to remove the barriers from the offering and just let the teams do their work. So one of the things that Salim mentioned was around panels, which is really interesting because we've had a request over time to remove unwanted panels that maybe a team is not using. And we went ahead and took that a step further, and under the configuration of the team room, we can go to this panels tab, which this will look a little different. We used to have a vertical tab system, and now we're moved to a horizontal. But you'll see under this panels tab, you have these new available panels. And you can also go down and remove panels that you do not use on a regular basis. So as Salim mentioned, we have new panels available. A team can include the retrospective panel, or maybe they're doing some planning and they could include the member planning or the member capacity panels. Or maybe they just want to be able to look at all of their blockers and have the issues panel available. So now not only can you remove unwanted panels, but we've also brought the availability of new panels as well. This will reduce the need to leave a team room and go to another area of agility. The next item I wanted to show was the configuration for the default product owner, which is under properties. So if we go over here to properties and I scroll down, you'll see now there is a default product owner field. So here I can choose the right product owner so that when I auto generate a story, I can assign the default product owner to that story. This will just help with reducing human error and also just make sure that we have that consistency of the correct product owner. So speaking of team room, one of the other areas that I wanted to talk about was with our stand-up tool. But first, I wanted to talk about quickly how the stand-up tool came to be. So a couple times a year, typically, we have a hack of a good time event. And what we do is we allow the engineering teams to work on basically whatever they want for a period of time. Like the last one was about a week. And they can work on areas of the offering that maybe they feel would help their day-to-day work, or it could just be something that might be an idea space and they think they could maybe get an MVP completed for that. And so a couple of things came out of the last hack of a good time. One is the stand-up tool that we're about to look at, and the other is the concept of experimental features. So what we've done is if you go under your user preferences, you now have this experimental features tab. And what this is going to allow us to do is get things out to you faster so that you can provide us with feedback, and you can just test drive some of the new things that are coming with Agility. And if you are not finding it useful, you can just go ahead and turn it back off. Pro tip, you will also be able to try the new navigation from this experimental features that Salim mentioned in the slides. So if I toggle on the new stand-up tool and I give a refresh to our team room, we'll see that I now have a Start Stand-Up button beside the folks that are in the team room. So I'm going to click Start Stand-Up, and you can remove folks that you just know are not available today. You can also shuffle through to make sure that it's not the same person going first every time. And you can go ahead and click Begin. And it's also going to filter the storyboard to the proper person. In this case, it's Klaus. Klaus can talk about what he's been working on, if he has any blockers, and then we can move through to the next person in the group and eventually just complete our stand-up. If someone's running late to stand up, you can defer them to the end if need be. So we'll go ahead here and just complete our stand-up, and then we can go ahead and end it, and our stand-up is complete. All right. The next thing I wanted to show was around delivery insights. So you can have your delivery insights in a team room. And now to make that easier to configure, we have added the add application option and also to add phases into an existing progression for an application. So this reduces the need to configure the delivery insights in other areas of digital.ai. You can actually come in here directly into your team room and get up and running. To simply create your application, point it to a proper source code repository, and then you can start to build out your phases. The next thing I wanted to show was the marketplace that Salim mentioned, which is where you'll now be able to find integrations that are available throughout the digital.ai platform. And from here, you'll be able to go in, you can actually filter either by category or also by offering. So in this case, I'll do agility. And then what we're going to see is we're actually going to be able to see the integrations here that are part of our native Agility Sync integration capability that's available in the Pro and Premium editions. You can go in this case, maybe I have an interest in Jira. I can go into Jira, understand what the capabilities are, and even learn more information about how I can actually get that integration up and running. So speaking of marketplaces, another marketplace we definitely want to highlight is the fact that we are now Fedramp authorized. So when a public sector or a government agency needs to find a SaaS solution for a tool that they need, in our case, with Agility, of course, to be agile planning, they can now come to the marketplace, complete a search, and digital.ai will be the solution that comes up for enterprise agile planning in a Fedramp environment. If you're not familiar with Fedramp, it is a highly secure environment to which the agencies can operate. It goes through rigorous testing and audits. And the nice thing is, even for those who are not necessarily looking for Fedramp, all of the work that we've put into Agility that will make it Fedramp authorized, that is flowing through to our Agility hosted users as well. So there is a benefit for all of our Agility users. So I'll wrap it up here with the Fedramp Marketplace, and Salim, I'll turn it back over to you, sir.
Terry, thanks for taking us through those updates. It was really insightful and I learned a lot. So in case if you're looking now for learning more about what we discussed in today's broadcast, please visit our Agility product page at digital.ai/agility. To learn more about the new Fedramp announcements that we highlighted, you can go and visit digital.ai/government. And for those who are looking for more details about the features and the functions and the release notes, please visit the Agility product documentation site. So finally, we're going to wrap this up, and this brings us to the end of this broadcast. We would like to thank you for your time and attention today. And Terry, thank you for sharing your insights and all the cool features that we're bringing forward in this new release of Agility.
Yeah, my pleasure, Salim.
Thank you.